Hey guys, this is Steve here from the Acteria, back at you with a new video type. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 budget cards from Modern Horizons 2. Modern Horizons 2 is a super expensive set, but there's still some really great value at the common and uncommon level. Some of these cards may spike in value as time goes on because they're an uncommon and an underprinted set. So just be aware of that. Getting these sooner rather than later is probably the best bet. As of the time of this video, that everything was under $2. All right, let's get into it, guys. Top one on my list is Ornithopter of Paradise. This is a callback to Birds of Paradise and Ornithopter, some of the most iconic cards in Magic the Gathering's history, come together to make a 0/2 flying for 2 mana that taps and adds mana of any color to your mana pool. Super good for my friends that aren't playing in green. This will help your mana fix in those 3-color decks. It's really, really powerful. And it's an artifact. So if you happen to be playing artifacts, this is just gravy on top of the mashed potatoes, as it were. Next up, we've got Arcus Acolyte. Is a 2-drop, 1 green, 1 white, 2/2 with reach lifelink, and she has Outlast for 1 green and 1 white hybrid. Each other creature you control without a 1/1 counter on it has Outlast of 1 green or white. Wow! In a deck where counters matter, this is super powerful to giving creatures that don't have 1/1 counters naturally a way to get those 1/1 counters. In particular, one of my favorite decks right now is Hamza, and all of the creatures need 1/1 counters on them so that you can reduce casting costs of your bigger creatures. This is really, really great for proliferating those counters and making sure that everybody has stuff whenever they start proliferating. I really love this card. Next up, we have Flame Blitz, 1 red enchantment. At the beginning of your insta, Flame Blitz deals 5 damage to each planeswalker, cycling 2 colorless. Holy crap, guys. At the budget range, you're going to nuke every planeswalker at the table. And I know it seems narrow because it's only hitting planeswalkers, but man, whenever you have opponents that are playing planeswalkers and you just do not want to swing at these planeswalkers, you don't want to risk your combat on them, this is such a great way of making sure those planeswalkers don't get out of hand, they don't nuke the board. And I love Flame Blitz, especially at 1 red mana. And on the off chance you don't need it, you just cycle it away, get another card. It's great. Next up, we've got Blessed Respite. A 2-drop, 1 green, 1 colorless instant. Target player shuffles their graveyard into their library. If it had stopped there, I'd be happy. Prevent all combat damage will be dealt this turn. What? So I get to take care of that graveyard mechanic guy over there, and I get to prevent all combat damage. So I can do both of those things at one time, which are both relevant almost every game. And so I love Blessed Respite, so I can focus on one side of the card or the other, and either prevent their murder me swing or prevent them getting massive value with like something like Meldrotha. It's a really good card. All right, next up, this is our budget removal for the day. This is a 3-drop, 2 black, 1 colorless, sorcery, exile, target creature or planeswalker. You gain life equal to the number of counters on it. Wait. You're telling me that I get to remove that planeswalker from the game permanently, and then I gain life equal to its loyalty whenever it left? Heck yeah! As a brand new player, I'd be playing this thing all day. This thing would go in every deck that had black in it, just because of how great it is to just get rid of that creature, get rid of that planeswalker, never think about it again. It's awesome. Next up, let's talk about some infinite combos. All right, guys, so let me do some editing a little bit. There we go. All right, Herd Baloth, 5-drop, 2 green, 3 colorless, 4/4. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on Herd Baloth, you may create a 4/4 green beast creature. Okay. Scurry Oak, 3-drop, 1 green, 2 colorless. Evolve. 1/2. It says whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. You might be wondering, why do I have these both in the same slot? Well, they both basically do the same thing, in essence. They're different mana costs, but let's go infinite, shall we? So taking a look you can go infinite with Herd Baloth and Cathar's Crusade. So as Herd Baloth gets a 1/1 counter, you're going to create a 4/4 beast. Well, that 4/4 beast is going to trigger Cathar's Crusade and put 1/1 counters on everybody. Well, Herd Baloth is going to get another 1/1 counter and create another beast. And now you've got infinite tokens, and it says you may create a beast, so you can stop at any time and not lock out the game. Another way we can do this is through Scurry Oak and Ivy Lane Denizen. Holy crap, we can go mono green, infinite tokens on turn 4? Holy crap. Ivy Lane Denizen says whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. We keep selecting Scurry Oak. He gets infinitely large. We get infinite 1/1 squirrels. We just swing for the fences. If you're in Selesnya, you can do both. You can have all 4 of these cards in your deck, and just you can search them up however you want. It's really, really awesome. The nice thing about this part is that there's a lot more green search target creature card than there are green and white search enchantment cards, although they do exist. That's super great. Okay, next up. This one's for my creature token brethren and sisterin out there. This is a way that you get some evasion on your creature tokens. Usually creature tokens are pretty vanilla. They don't have a whole lot of abilities. So getting all your tokens flying is a way of surprising your opponents. Like, hey, you didn't think I could get in, but now I can. And then you got, that's a 1 green, 1 blue artifact. And it taps for 2 colors, 1 green, 1 blue. Sacrifice a token. Create a 4/4 green beast creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. So we can turn our 1/1 squirrels into 4/4 green beasts. Great, so especially if we start populating. Only downside is that it's only activated as a sorcery. It's okay though. It's still pretty powerful. All right, next up on our list, Timeless Witness. Welcome to the party, ma'am. Welcome to the party. Eternal Witness says hello. For 2 green, 2 colorless, 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, when Timeless Witness enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Yes! Eternalize, 7 mana, 2 green, 5 colorless. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie human shaman with no mana cost. Eternalize as a sorcery. Wow! So not only do we get a second Eternal Witness basically in our deck, we can also eternalize. Eternal Witness. Timeless Witness has Eternalize on. Anyway, but super great. Like getting back those combo pieces that got blown up early in the game, and this is going to be a lot more budget a lot of times than Eternal Witness, and so no reason not to play it. It's in a green deck that usually ramps, so you'll probably use the Eternalize at some point in your game. Next up, Goblin and Narcomancer. Holy cow. 1 green, 1 red, 2/2. Each spell you cast that's green or red costs 1 less to cast. What? Not only am I in red and green that ramp either through rituals or through good old-fashioned mana ramp, but now you're going to reduce mana costs? Oof. That means every Pyretic Ritual now costs 1. That means every Cultivate now costs 2. That means Secure Tribe Elder costs 1. It's so good. Everything gets better in your deck with this card. It's just so incredibly good. I love this card. And go get your copies. And it's a common. It's a common. Next up, Dragon Rage Channeler. Number 1 on the list. This card is going to do some disgusting things. In EDH and Modern, if you're a player over there. 1 red, 1/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. Delirium. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, Dragon Rage's Channeler gets +2/2, has flying, and attacks each combat if able. Now, we really just care about the surveil 1. So look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. So either A, you're going to draw it, or B, you're going to put it in your graveyard. Now, why would I want to put a good card in my graveyard? Well, let's talk about that, because I have a friend here that will certainly take advantage, and her name is Kess, Dissident Mage. Kess, Dissident Mage says during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If you cast a card this way, instead of putting it in your graveyard, exile it instead. holy crap. So as I'm casting just instants and sorceries already with my deck, and I've got this out on turn 1, I can potentially surveil and dump cards from Dragon Rage's Channeler into the graveyard so that I can use them later with Cast Dissonant Mage. So that card that's on top that I think is a great card, but I don't want it right now, instead of drawing it for the turn, I put it in the graveyard. It's like, save that for later, save that for later, I'll draw that one, save that for later. It's so incredibly good. And I really, really, really love this card. Anyway, guys, this is my picks for the top 10 Modern Horizons 2 cards for the budget EDH player. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had a great day. See ya.